Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Right, you find me just outside the castle before I go to the war table. Let's talk to Cassie first though. Oh my god, we need better dummies than this. Anyway, hey Cassie.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, we need stronger dummies.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Okay, where's the yes, you did the right thing. What do you believe?
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
Okay. When was that brought up? You don't think I'm chosen?
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What happens next?
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
Wow,
I
this
only
guy
pray the price is not too high.
looks absolutely disinterested in what she's saying. Okay, I won't say it was foolish, it was not. It saved my life and made me incredibly powerful, so you did the right thing. Don't doubt yourself. But there is no such an answer, so I'm just gonna have... You had to do it.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Okay. You can't.
There is a lot at stake.
You do not have to tell me that. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
That's quite a leap you just made there. I would avoid the question, but I actually have to give a definitive answer. So let's tell her the truth about her maker.
No, I don't.
It must be comforting to be so certain. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
There is nothing comforting about what I just said. I have no hope for this world. And yet, somehow, I feel a little bit better. Need to go to the war room in a moment though. Let's craft an armor for our mage. And maybe for our rogue. Oh no, our rogue is wearing a grey warden costume, so it's only our mage. Yeah, this one, let's see. How about some that? Why straight? Well, we have an abundance of dark stone. Let's give you this. I don't like the red core though. We have a lot of obsidian as well. Have a D. Cold resistance. Let's see. Do you have any magic resistance somewhere? No. Fine. We have an abundance of August Ram leather. That's tier 2 leather. Melee defense? Maybe. Give him some iron. No, actually give him some darkstone. There's your armor. And some foot armor as well. Which is the best one we have? This thing. Don't know how it would look. Ah well. Give him this. Electrical resistance and... I don't know. Cold resistance? Fine. Let's put them on. Modify armor. This thing. Here's some legs. Oh, that looks amazing on me, doesn't it? And maximum health. He doesn't have armor. Not that much armor, at least. And he's a ranged unit, so we'll have to protect him, no matter how squishy he is. He's here soulless. You can have this. Yeah, those boots do fit him, don't they? Move to the garbage pile, and that's gonna be it for you. Okay, we actually still have 3 more. It's not that big of a deal. I love how she trained with those dummies being broken right in front of her. Yeah, let's pretend like you didn't just break them. Fine, let's talk to the rest of them and go to the war room.
Master Harry said he won't pay that much.
I did purchase some Bianca arms from this guy. Speaking of which, Varric.
Need something?
I have a personal question.
Can I ask you something, Varric? You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Lies won't be welcomed, but I do understand. Tell me about Bianca.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it. Bianca? She's one of a kind. I won her from Paragon Smith Bronca in a game of Wicked Grace. She was such a sore loser. Ran off the deep roads in a huff, and that was the last anyone saw of her.
Why Bianca?
Who's she named for? I can't tell you.
Why not?
And the reason for that is? Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Understandable. What do you do? Yeah, what's your purpose here?
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant. I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
So, what you're telling me is that a dwarf can only be a miner or a merchant. And a warrior, but that's a different question. They are a lot of warrior. So you can do Leliana's job.
If you've run a spy network, why is Leliana our spy master? To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What books do you write? That's a good question, and I'm kind of curious.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written? I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or in I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Well, let's ask him about that, though I'm not very interested in it.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
How did you know Cassandra?
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
And where are you from? Why not?
Are you from Ferelden? Or Ley?
Free marchers, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
Well, yeah, it is. Kinda is.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
Anyway, that was a good conversation. Let's talk to Leliana then, and Solus, because he has new armor.
Greetings, Herald of Andraste.
Greetings.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Do you have to kill him? No. Traitors deserve to die.
Glad to see traitors are dealt with quickly.
We must do whatever it takes to protect our interests. I am pleased that you agree.
I just hate traitors. Well, I would say something like every traitor that I encounter must die. There is a certain amount of loyalty that a leader gives to his men, and the men should give to their leader.
I have no tolerance for traitors.
You take a harsh view, but I suppose that is the way in these troubled times. We will make the Inquisition a force to fear. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
Why would I be happy? It's your doing. You trusted this man.
Apothecary
Inquisition soldiers and agents out of the field sorely need shelter from the elements. 1 power. Yeah, sure. Healing mix. A potent healing mixture that can treat many wound people. Reward 1 power. Go for it.
It's about damn time.
You still talking with this guy? Stop it. He's not worth your time or the Inquisition's time. You don't have shoes. That's kind of weird.
What can I do for you?
Tell about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
I must know I can trust you.
You're an elven mage. Not from the Circle, not Dalish. You're an unknown element. I wouldn't trust my life to a blade before I'd tested its balance.
Nor would I. All right. What can I tell you?
Why study the Fade? Where have you studied? Do you work with anyone? Well, let's ask about the Fade.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
That sounds dangerous.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. A learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
Clearly, you woke up.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interested.
Is that why you are here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I hope this works for you. I'm glad we talked.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You strengthen your body to deliver and withstand punishment. The muscles are an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Okay, where have you studied?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which battlefield?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Caelan's forces.
Then?
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Caelan fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Okay, let's ask him the last one.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Wisdom and purpose, you say?
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
Those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
Can they be your friends?
You trust these spirits not to possess you the first time you accidentally make a wish.
Do you trust your friends not to turn on you?
Well, yes, but they're people.
Ah, of course.
You know what I mean?
Are people only people because they are flesh and blood? Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her face? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Spirits are people, I have to agree there. If they exist, then they do have their own will.
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
Oh, farewell for now.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Interestingly, I trust him the least, and yet I understand him the most. Well, him in Leilana, but still.
You built for them the golden city. Research in the nave wishes to verify.
Okay, do you have anything to say?
Lord Trevelyan, may I have a moment?
Yes, Ambassador?
I'd like to discuss your parents.
For what purpose?
Why are you interested in my parents?
As people have noted your station, it would be helpful to call on the resources of your noble kinsmen. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
Not if it puts them in danger.
We already have enemies. I don't want my family caught up in this mess.
They may be drawn in regardless. Valroyo has noted your lineage. It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Orlesian nobles consider the Free Marches somewhat quaint.
Our independence puzzles then. I really don't care about that.
It's no concern of mine what Valroyo's court thinks.
Do not take this lightly. Their displeasure could do more harm than the breach. Speaking of displeasure, I hope you don't find this place too rustic. The accommodations in Haven are surely rough for someone of your birth.
This can't be what you're accustomed to, Ambassador.
One adjusts. I stay busy. It helps take my mind from our surroundings. And the cold. And the wildlife. And the lack of civilization for miles around. Why anyone lived here before we found Andras's ashes, cannot imagine.
Yeah, let's say I'm fine.
Don't worry about me. Haven's more than livable.
Really? If that is how you feel, I'm pleased to hear it. Until next time, my lord.
You're kinda weird. Anyway, let's summon the War Council and see what those war chamber things are. Inquisition perks. Well, we don't have any. Okay, let's go to Orleans. Thank you.
We'll post soldiers a safe distance from the temple.
Our best guess at safe, anyway.
The Red Heart available. Such is the reach of the threat of the Inquisition, receiving offers from all corners of the deeds. From a distant clan of Dalish comes a surprise, a letter in flowing script. Perhaps you are not as we and do not share what we believe, but this threat is common to us all. For the wounded sky belongs to everyone. If nothing else, we would have you sure of foot in your journey towards victory. Mas Alin Las Vara Evanora. Okay. It's a steed and won't take any time at all. Okay, let's have Josephine. We'll take care with such a boon. Our associates will see to it. Okay, go for it. The Red Heart has arrived. It can only be described as inspirational. The hunter shade Dracoris. Our researchers have been examining everything known of the draconic species, and she believes that she has a way to flush out a creature that might serve as a mount. The Dracolish is a rarely seen beast, very skittish, but hardy and powerful. Certainly not a standard addition to the stable, but in what other way has the Inquisition proven itself to be a standard? Okay, 6 hours, that's a lot. Is it 6 hours in real time? Let's search more horses, apparently they're free. Wait, is everything free? I mean... That's 1 hour, that's nothing. Scouting. Huh. So it doesn't cost resources, I thought it would want something. Okay, let's start with you. Investigate Cerclot. Cerclot is a town and furthest reaches of Orleans. That's gonna be next time, though. Let's gather this one because I notice it doesn't require any time. We have gathered the attention of the finest armored in the land, and they would not see our message covered and adorned. They offer a mount that reflects the flames of the Inquisition. It is, by all accounts, magnificent. A block letter note follows. We would send our best, and you will know it when you see it. It is much at home in parades as one battlefield. Let all who stand against you see that they stand against a force, a curse. Our skill is yours, those of the hammer. Okay, our soldiers will ensure the creature arrives safely. Go for it. Okay, every bit as magnificent as it promised. Nice. Good to know. Let's go to Ferelden. Yeah, a lot more points in Ferelden. That's a mission. 10 minutes. That's also nothing. Yeah, why would I even bother with 1 minute? Locate weapon of Turbo Bryax. And now that's a timer. The Bulk Unicorn. We have received an offer of assistance. I am unnerved, but not opposed. It is not the first stance promised we have received, and likely will not be the last. An elegantly written note follows. The Inquisition has needs, and we would provide. We have our possession a mount of noble spirit, fallen in battle against rage, returned to life by the boundless urge to run and serve its worthy cause, and a noble master. Prove what your followers already believe, that you reach as beyond this realm, that even the forces of fate are your ally, that death is no barrier to victory. The Collective. Leliana, take care of this. I'll quietly make certain nothing interferes with your arrival.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Nobleman's concerns. That sounds like a job for Josephine. It's only 20 minutes. When you see a 24 hours, 20 minutes is nothing. Primal trained Logma. We've received word of unusual grant, a unique mount, fit for the Inquisition. Say the word, and our people will secure the creature. Colin, it's all yours.
To work?
Yeah, to work. Our people have returned with your new mount. It will be available when you... Okay, thank you. Building watchtowers. Yeah, I do want to finish this. It's gonna take an hour. Or something. We received word for unusual grant and unique mount. Okay.
Let us begin.
Our people have returned. Thank you. Missing soldiers. We'll take a look at the moment. Maybe I should start with the longest one and go from there. 1 hour for this one. Gather coin. Donations. Celebrate the dragon slaying. Is that because I slayed that dragon? Word has trapped about the dragon in the Inquisition killed. A note passed by Josephine. Tell me you sent soldiers to collect the greedy remains. We have nobles clamoring to see the head so close. I should have anticipated this. Gao King is for peasants, but it becomes civilized when done with a glass of wine in one hand and a fan in the other, and another from Fereldenstein to Heron. My associate Wade is known throughout the Theeds for his talent at capturing the glory of the Draconic in the armors he makes. The scarcity of dragon scale means that Wade is all too rapidly afforded the chance to work in his chosen medium. But there is a solution. Wade shares his experience with the Inquisition in exchange for dragon materials collected for so far. And the step up trophies you've collected and put out a word. We're celebrating our dragon slayer. Fascinated nobles will do anything for an adventure. Or, Wade and Harren are troublesome, but Wade's talent is undeniable. Send them whatever dragon materials we aren't using ourselves. That's gonna take 30 minutes. So actually it does have a cost, it seems. Costs 4, we have 40, so that's not a big deal. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since the Darkspawn attacked the city of Armenthian 10 years ago. It's not unusual for the Order to fade from public notice when there is no blight. However, recent reports claim that the group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. Secrets? Force? I guess we can only send Leliana's forces. The Wardens are reclusive, but not unrecruitable. Unseeable. For a second I thought we were gonna recruit a Grey Warden. If there are signs of the passage of the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Go for it. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate the reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Okay. Would you like to gather your party and venture? Not yet. Still have things to do here. The Black Imperium. Doesn't cost anything. So that's interesting. I'll take a look later. Light-Thorn Steed. I have no context for the software, save that it appeared at my window in the mount of the bird. That was not a bird. I can say it no more plain than that. A strange block. Printed note follows. A boon should you take delivery. Let it be known to not owe in the north bear a will. Not owe in the north bear allegiance or shame. Not all in the north are bound by convention. Not all in the north stop at the shore. Send many for the construction will bind only you. We who are. Okay. Josephine, can you do something about that?
Let us begin.
Just as unnerving. That's an interesting description for a horse. Hardin Highwell Varric's Revenge will take a look as well. This will take 15 minutes. 20 minutes. Weapons. Okay. That costs 4. I'll take a look later. 6 hours for this one. 1 hour for this one. Okay. I'm gonna send Colin for the Dragon Hunt.
Alright.
30 minutes. That's the time limit. Let's see something that's kind of similar. 20 minutes. The Inquisition said it's for the order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forward and drive these heretics from my land. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates amongst them, filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were declined at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my land. Prove your loyalty, and I'll see you richly rewarded for your faith. We could send film patrols, but I would prefer they help refugees, not the Lord. Yeah, I have to say as well. We can take advantage of his arriving. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else. To win Lord Karan's favor, we can do that. Ah yes, Lord Carden, a Prathian even amongst his peers. Let us send a polite refusal and nothing else. Leliana?
Let's see what we have.
15 minutes for you, 13 for you. It's not that big of a difference. $54 minutes. Could do that. We'll take a look at those in a moment. 24 hours. If I send 21 hours, 19 hours. Oh my, that's a lot. Okay, gather coin for 1 hour, 42 minutes. Yes. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had benefit of Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources and revenue if it's going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. Okay, let's take a look. We have soldiers, let them protect caravans and do other honest work for coin. It would be a simple matter to collect secrets and sell them with nothing traceable back to the Inquisition. Trading in favors with the merchants and the nobility is my specialty. It could earn us a great deal if we are careful. Go for it.
Let us begin.
Now, rescue missing soldiers. Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy reaches of the southern Ferelden. Because of the region's largely uncharted, finding them will be difficult, but Inquisition's advisors are determined to find out what happened, and if possible, bring their people back alive. Send my people, a few scouts will move more quickly than a large group. Other soldiers are volunteering to search for their lost comrades. They won't rest until they are found. If I contact the local pen, she can send out search parties for the mission soldiers. Okay, let's send our spies. The missing soldiers have been found in Bog called Fallow Mare. They are being held hostage by Avar, who demands to meet the Herald of Andraste if the Inquisition wants to see its people alive again. Oh, you're so dead. Thank you. Not yet. I have to say, can I can fast travel there. Interesting. Scout the hinterlands. We've avoided fighting as best we could, and every bit as bad, we'd feared. The apostates are mad, attacking everything that moves, and it appears that the Templars here aren't following anyone's order any longer. We located Mother Giselle. Okay, well, I think we read that. And what about you? The Black Imperium? Yes, we can only send the soldiers there. Sister Leliana, the shards acquired by the Herald of Andraste are unlike anything I've encountered. Through the ancient in origin, few have been recovered before now. The breach must have disrupted whatever ancient magic was concealing them from Vil. I have heard one scroll that mentioned the shards. It belonged to Circle Tower in Markham. However, after Circle fell, the Sorrel family seized many of the valuables as compensation for the donation made after the Mage's son was taken there. They intend to sell the scroll, along with everything else, at the provide auction. Okay, if this ancient magic is tied to the breach, or can offer some advantage against it, we need to know. Can you get into the auction? Very well. Few well-placed rumors should increase bidding wars on other items, leaving the scrolls for us. Go for it. With thanks to our Lady Ambassador, I was able to study the scroll. Refers is vague, but it implies a connection to a temple, possibly elven. I followed the lead and believed one such temple stands in the oasis in the western approach. As to what may lie within, I cannot say. Reports of the place are cut off or have pages missing. I have yet to find a reliable first-hand account. Perhaps our soldiers can provide a better one. Maybe. Not now. Completed this, and the Black Imperium. Okay, let's read this one. Very kind of favor to ask, actually. Okay, I don't know what that tree means. Okay, voices on the winds speak of a new power abroad the world. Inquisition, they whisper. An ancient name restored, a memory rekindled and transformed into blaze of hope. I hear whispers and summon the fire of the Inquisition. Here in the depths of beneath the city of chains, countless mysteries hide in shadow and anticipation of the light. Come back, come. The Black Imperium awaits. Xenon Anquitarian must spend his days composing melodramatic invitations on his establishment. Imagine being stuck in the chair for centuries leaves one somewhat lacking for entertainment. You need passage across the Woken Sea to Kirkwall. That is easily arranged. Yeah, it's the only ones. Okay, do it, Colin. A ship has been secured. Be wary of what you find in the Black Imperial Inquisitor. I have heard many frightful tales. Not now, though. Okay. We could address the Chantry. You know, I'm gonna choose a new mount. Let's see how they present it to us, actually. And Varric has a quest for us, actually, I believe. Complete the watchtowers, that's doable. Find the spot mark on the map. I didn't find that? Oh, that's weird. We'll find it. Business arrangements. Yeah, we couldn't get into the city. I think it's this. Inner circle. Inquisition is nothing but an inner circle of power. And brokers. And battle masters. Recruiting talents and strengthening the ties with them. Oh, but essential to succeed. Okay, let's go with this one.
Kings, Herald of Andraste.
I'll take a look at you in a moment. Oh, right. Let's choose a mount first. Oh, the dummies are back. Okay, horses. I can see 3 of them. Best breed clad in bring of master mount and armor. We did find some Dracolings. Exotics. Night-Dawn Steed. I am going to take this one for now. I'm curious because this one looks amazing.
Travel safely.
Oh my god. Okay, let's take a look at them and then, one by one. First, this one. Yeah, pretty plain. Yeah, this one looks cool. Is that a zebra? Yeah, this one's cool as well. Yeah, I'm not trying this abomination. This one looks nice. So does this one. That is horrendous. Have our mix dropped? This looks rather plain, really. The bog unicorn, and it looks... Is that a sword? This one's cute. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. Yep, just as horrendous as the other one. Well, not that horrendous. This one actually hurts my eyes now that I think about it. Okay, let's take a look at... well, I don't know. Take this one. Yeah, it's plain, but it's not that bad. Let's hope it's a little bit faster. There are no indicators how fast it's going. Okay, look at that. We have so much work to do. Travel here. Barrack, Cassie, and Solus. That's all we know right now. We'll find more later. Return to the researcher at your stronghold with collectibles that drop from enemies. Once enough are gathered from the particular type. Okay. Yeah, keep loading that screen. I mean, why not? It's not like we could have read the cards. I'm not gonna stop complaining about that. I know it's gonna get annoying, but still. They should have thought about that. Someone seems to have a quest for me. Hello?
This might interest you, sir.
Report.
What is it?
This may be worthwhile.
Tapestries? Okay. So our mage has new armor. That must make him happy. Don't stay in the way of the Inquisition, you fox. Yeah, he wasn't standing in our way, so I drove them in our way and then killed him. Otherwise I would have no reason to do that. I remember this. There was a catch here. And a lot of darkstone. Though the darkstone doesn't fit very well in the armor, I was hoping it would be a little bit more colory when it comes to red. We have more than enough darkstone for now. These barrack proofs. Oh, blimey, okay. Let's take a look at the horse, shall we? you are. Sorry guys, only one horse per person, and there's only one. It seems like it's breaking. Now that I think about it, it seems like that armor that I gave to Solus the first time was just paint. Oh well. It's not a big deal. He was walking barefoot in winter. Bet he didn't mind. Okay. No, just go. Nice. It's not faster than the other one. Or maybe it is. Both are pretty slow. Okay, is there a cave here? There is this fort. Let's go there. Maybe we can climb and see. Just get off of that thing. There it is. Good. Alright. That completes our task here. Go back to Haven. I think we should start that mission in Rocks or whatever it's called. Scouts report activity and uncharacteristics of. Okay. Guess you have anything to say?
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
Don't you know that?
I thought you knew that.
I suppose I could ask Liliana. She has collected a frightening amount of information on you. But I don't want to ask her. I want to hear it from you.
Well, let's tell her then.
I was born in Ostwick, and that's where most of my family is.
The Trevellians, is it not? A large clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free Marches your home? Are you eager to go back?
Home is whatever I am.
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
Okay. Your turn.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
Okay. Let's just say being friendly.
No motivation beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
Complicated.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lord.
Navarran loyalty.
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentaghasts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentaghasts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
Is that why you left?
And you joined the Seekers to get away from that.
It was a life worth getting away from. The Pentaghasts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Ooh, tell me about your brother.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Don't worry, take your time, no pressure on you. That's it for now, I'd say.
I'll let you get back to work.
The Pentaghasts. That's an interesting name for a family. Liliana said she has a report for me or something.
With passionate breath does the darkness creep. I suppose.
Okay, well, console, gather up. Sister Leilana, now I rejoiced to see the cowards of the Inquisition run the rabble out from my ancestral fields, the strayed into woods of my neighbor, Bantaft, no less. If they were guided by the hand of the Maker himself, I could not be better pleased. As promised, a reward for your excellent help in my time of lamentation, and Drasta keep you in her heart. Only 100 gold. Greedy bastard. How long before this is done? 19 minutes. Okay. And this one? 4 minutes. Huh. Address the Chantry in Valrolix. The remaining Chantry circles have declared Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. At this moment, we could not stop foot into the capital without being attacked by mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city, so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Okay, let's go with that.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the Herald. Let's ask him.
I am not worried. If they want something, I have a bodyguard.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay, the remaining Chantry clerics. Okay, we read that. Whatever you have heard of Kirkwood's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwood's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. Okay.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Maybe I should take charge. Anyway, I'm going to
wish to protect the people? From us?
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe?
let me answer.
Upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
What? There is a time limit on when I can answer those? Oh, that sucks. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to end this episode right now, and I'm gonna see you later. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.